Bom dia, good morning, guten Tag. Topic is framing and health. And this is really a deep, deep thing because we will see later. So I have two guests in my show in Jump in Your Life podcast. One is from Germany. He's a consultant for big business companies, Gerhard Hochstein. And the other is Mr. Bruno Flores. And we will hear more about. So first, I pass to Mr. Gerhard. He is a expert in this tools, business reframing and health. So Gerhard, where are you?
Yes, first of all, thank you, Manfred, for the invitation. As said before, I'm located in Germany, and
Yes.
today I'm doing some consulting business for companies which like to transform in terms of strategy, in terms of innovation, and in terms of optimization. I have an about 30 years career in industry around the world for paper making, printing, machinery companies. And since about 2.5 years, I'm working as a consultant and supporting companies in their transformation.
Cool, thank you, Gerhard, because this is a really important topic we have, business reframing and health. We will talk about why some companies are really successful and healthy, even about the employees, the communication, it's the whole thing. And a short topic about this, very important information we will get from you, Gerhard. And so, do you want to add some information about you, about your person? We know each other since 2009, I think. 2009, we know each other.
Yes.
We met in Germany in a nice place called Mülheim an der Ruhr. Yes.
Try saying that twice.
So close to Düsseldorf.
Try saying that twice.
Yes. So now, Mr. Bruno Flores, a few words about you, please. What you are doing, what's your business, and even to the audience, Mr. Flores will in between translate the main topics a bit in Portuguese as well, so that we have some the main topics and the main wordings in Portuguese as well. Okay, Bruno, it's you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me here as well. Well, reframing business for health is really important, and in Portuguese it would be reformulação dos negócios para negócio saudável. Então, at the end, I believe this is really important because you can be working in a small or medium business up to a great scale corporate company, but at the end of the day, I believe that having a healthy business between the interactions between the staff and management and everywhere, I believe it keeps you with a healthy mindset. It gives you the energy to continue going to your job every day. It gives you that strength to go and every day give your best and take the best out of every single day that you are developing. And well, that is really important for big and medium companies to understand, because I believe that corporate companies I have had the opportunity to collaborate with have a lot of big mindset, but sometimes they get lost along the way. And the main goal that was helping people and making them feel appreciated, making them feel a part of a community, sometimes that flaws between the cracks, and it does not translate, because once a great company had amazing values and philosophy, and along the way something got lost, and it doesn't go down to the working class, to the blind class. And I believe that is...
Yes, Bruno. So you're not from Portugal, as I know. You're from Mexico. Is this right?
Exactly. I'm from Mexico. I am in Portugal for a couple of months now. I have been here in Europe for a couple of months now. And well, I have had this amazing opportunity to see the different wonders that Europe has. Met yourself and met many people along this journey. This has been amazing.
So we met, Bruno and me, we met for 5 weeks ago, 5, 6 weeks ago, and we made a kind of friends, I think, a Mexican-German friendship in Portugal. A Mexican-German friendship in Portugal. This is amazing. I love this because I'm here around, always walking, and really I like to talk to the different cultures, to the diversity of this world. Uh, But here in Portugal, you can meet the whole diversity. Really, it's amazing. So coming back to the reframing, because of my experience, I did experience 15 years ago. So I'm very, very interested now what will Mr. Gerhard Hochstein telling us about reframing, because my life was reframed because of my experience in the health and the business. I changed my whole life around 180 degrees in a healthy lifestyle. So people can watch the first, for example, the first session podcast we had, the open for session there. I explained why I changed my life, why I'm creating Jump in Your Life, because it's about jump in your own life. And even private and business, there is no borders, there's no line, because the frequency and the emotions are similar. It's only one, on one side, a business frequency with a tide, and the other side, it's a private frequency with a casual closes. So it's not this. So I make it short. Mr. Gerhard Hochstein, please tell us more about reframing in the business world.
Yeah, let's give it a try. Thank you, Manfred. And I think
Thank you.
really your personal change can be taken as an example for what truly reframing means, but we come to that back in a minute. Where does reframing coming from? Today we have to use it in two different manners. Originally, reframing, that is, it's a word, it's a technique, and it's the basic principle of psychology. So it says if, for example, psychologists are working with people which are suffering from psychological weaknesses or so, which made really horrible experiences in their past life,
Mhm.
psychologists are using reframing and giving them a new context, so enabling them to see whatever they experienced, to see this from a different perspective. So that is the original meaning of reframing. But what we are talking about today, that is reframing in a little different word. This is taken in a business context. A friend of mine, Professor Werdenweber, he was working with the word reframing in the innovation management. And he was looking to organizations and saying if organizations intend to change, they need to learn about and they need to develop a capability to see the things, what are they, what they have for products, how are they linked to market and community in a different way. So reframing in this context simply means easy techniques and the ability to change the perspective to your business life and to your business behavior. So to understand the word quite right here. And I think the importance, Manfred, you mentioned already, I think organizations or single people, they're facing frequently situations which are enforcing them to change something. You have quite experienced a radical way to do so because you really was hurt by your health. And I think if you haven't done these radical change to your life, yeah, we do really not know if you could sit here today with us and to talk nicely about. Companies
Yeah,
are
thank you.
facing the change in the outer world. So things are changing around, new technologies are coming, new competitors are coming. Anyhow, there is 1,000 of reasons which put pressure to companies to reinvent themselves. And if you don't have as a company the ability to change, then it's quite hard. Albert Einstein once said, if you're doing the same and expecting a different result out of it, that's some kind of craziness. So for a
Yes,
company, this means
that's it.
when the outer world is changing and you stay with your behavior, with your rules, with your logics you were working in for the past 10, 20, 30 years, this will not really make you fit for the future. And that is a simple reason why it is so important to have the ability to reframe, or the ability for reframing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Gerhard. This was really a good introduction, a good explanation about what is reframing, and this is very important. We can put it in the private and in the business life. It's only a different processing, but the goal or the impact is the same. But only to say, yes, coming back to the business, to the companies. So I recognize in the past that a lot of companies have a nice wording, marketing philosophy, but they don't live it. So from the CEO down to the cleaner, they don't know about the philosophy. They put it only on the big buildings outside to show, okay, we have this philosophy, we are the big blah blah blah. Sorry, I don't want to mention any company, but this. And then when you ask the people, the employees, what's your philosophy? I don't know. I have to work. I don't know. So, and this is for me the main mistake, starting in the company, like in a private person. It's starting in my head, to say yes to my own philosophy. When the company is not doing this job to adapt or to show the employees and to introduce the employees, to invite the employees to have the philosophy, to know the philosophy, to live the philosophy. And this is about healthy communication as well. It's a part of reframing as well for me. It depends to reframing. I'm there wrong, or what do you think, Gerd?
No, absolutely. I think first of all, it's quite important to understand why is reframing for a person, a human being, and reframing for an organization like a company so close together. The reason is
Yeah,
quite simple. A company is simply a group of people. They're doing business together. So the mechanism is quite the same.
yeah,
Absolutely, communication, as you mentioned, Manfred, is so important in this. But potentially, we should have a quick look to some of the basic things beneath of that, because
definitely.
I think everybody in a company knows, and everybody who's reading the newspapers knows that the topic of mental health is becoming more important every day. The other way around, more and more people are suffering from problems with their mental health, and I think there's hundreds of reasons because of that. In companies, usually, what is a really big problem is, on the one hand, what you said, that the company is doing communication, is talking about values, and is trying to communicate an image. But in many cases, or too many cases, the real situation within the company isn't really that what they communicate, what they just talking about, being our values, being our image. And
Correct.
this spread between the virtual world, what is communicated, and the real world, what people are experiencing in a company, if those both worlds are too far away from each other, that really puts a lot of stress to people. And
Yeah.
as you know, mental illness usually starts when you have these some kind of a conflict inside of yourself. So
Yes.
definitely there is a quite easy way to make people suffering from this kind of situation if the identity is too far away from the image. You are absolutely right. And this is not only communication, because you can even make a good communication of the wrong things. So you have to really make sure that you can live your image, you can live your identity, and you communicate your identity and make by good communication your image being very close to your identity. And this, of course, for example, then is very good for mental health, but is not yet reframing. That is a different thing, of course.
Yeah. No, I only used a bit this wording, this term. Yes, Gerhard, I know. I only use the term because I love this term, reframing. But it's not that what the core meaning is about reframing. So the thing is now, should we Mr. Bruno, you are still in, yes?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Are you able to make a short summary, so the topics we mentioned, so or in Portuguese, or that we have a short topic summary, only.
Com certeza. Então, aqui no fundo, o que a gente quer falar é que é difícil quando tem uma companhia que tem uma filosofia e essa mesma filosofia não é ensinada aos funcionários. Então, para que uma companhia tenha um funcionamento certo, correto em tudo que eles façam, o CEO, o chefe geral de toda a empresa, tem que ensinar a todos os funcionários, até o funcionário mais básico da limpeza, porque é uma parte essencial de o funcionamento da empresa, né? Então, é importante ter tudo isso, uma mesma filosofia, um mesmo ensinamento para todos, para que verdadeiramente a empresa tenha a oportunidade de continuar desenvolvendo de uma maneira congruente, onde esse reformulamento seja congruente com todos, tá? Então, em poucas palavras, isso que a gente está falando. In my point of view and my three set of that, I truly agree with this point. And when it comes down to reframing, and when it comes down to this businesses that have not reached up to being a company, a big wide company, when it's a family business, family-owned business, or it's going on its way to building up, it's also really important that this part of reframing, because they have to start thinking of themselves as a company, as a bigger, it's a starting company. So it goes down to everything, to the procedures, the standard operational procedures, how they look at themselves, how they manage themselves, how they manage the income, how they manage anything that they do. They have to start reframing and seeing themselves differently. And that's sometimes complicated, because they have always seen themselves like a family-owned business. But if they want to truly go build up or go on, they have to start changing that perspective of themselves. And I think this is where reframing comes to this small, medium companies and businesses that are building themselves up.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Mr. Bruno. We had audience in between a bit internet things, but we could hear you very well. So as well, you mentioned it. You recognized there was a bit,
Yes.
but this is not because the imperfection is a perfection. No, we are here in Portugal. We do the setup in Portugal. Gerhard is sitting in his office in Germany. And so sometimes the internet is not as stable as we like, but this is a real. So we are authentic. The imperfection is a perfection, as I always mentioned when I do some mistakes, something is not working. It's life. So I'm very happy. I think we did big inputs for people who are interested, because Gerhard and me, we are cooperating. We're working together in this kind of business. Only to mention, because as I said in the first session, I try to connect to professionals out of different fields. It's about healthy lifestyle. It's a holistic view on healthy lifestyle, private and business. And therefore, I try and I want and I like to connect with experts, that we can do the consultant to this kind of people who are looking for a journey with us. So thank you. I think for me, we mentioned everything. I don't know. Yeah, do you want to add an information, or how now? Are you fine?
maybe a few further remarks on the techniques behind reframing, because this might be of interest, especially for people coming from the business side. We have talked about what it is, but I think the important question is how you can do it. And simply some hints on that. You can talk the whole day about it. This would definitely overwhelm the time frame we have by today. But the first and very important topic is usually you are somewhere living in a cage, in a fence of your own thoughts. And one reason is if you're walking every day in the same office, seeing the same desk, talking to the same people, and living the same routines, this will give you some kind of stability, but this definitely will not give you the impulse and the chance to really learn, to see the things you're working with from a different way, from a different manner. So the techniques to reframe is really, for example, leave your office, go other places, talk to other people. Just make sure that everything what is around you is different from your daily routines. You can do it in an easy way. Go out, have a walk. Simply go to the beach, go to the forest.
The beach is good.
And make of course, make your mind free. Visit Manfred in Portugal. I think this is even a better way of doing some reframing. And it is really as easy as this, because if you are really trying to find really new thoughts or new perspective, it's quite hard to do it if you're in the same in the same room, in the same place as you are by today. So of course, there is many more techniques to drive reframing one step ahead, but you can start with the easy things, and it is definitely the baseline you have to do. If you don't do this, you never will be able to do a real reframing. I think that is very important, and a takeaway for everybody from business to know you need some techniques, you need some different behaviors to enable yourself and your team to really do a good reframing and to find new answers maybe to old questions.
Yeah, this is really on the point, because this is really what I'm saying too. First, I do profiling with my clients or even with myself, a profiling. And even what you said, when I'm going out in the morning, I'm always taking a different path, a different walk, a different direction, not always the same way to the same way too, so that I have different experience, that I get different impulses around me. And this is really really refreshing, updating my system, because I'm always around, oh, it's not like I'm working every day the same way to my whatever locations, and I say, oh, I have to, I don't know, yes, I know exactly what's coming now around the corner. No, then when you take different directions, different routes, you see, oh, wow, this is something new I discovered today. And this is my life. I do this since I'm in Portugal, very more intensive than before in Germany. But this is really amazing. Every day, different people, different places, different experience are popping up in my life. And this is really, this is for me really healthy lifestyle as well. It's a part of this. So thank you that you mentioned it, Gerhard, because we are really on the same page, and this is why, yeah, this is working, and we like to do the podcast together. This is really as essence. It's not about his and my expertise, because we know each other a long time, and we are on the same page. We are thinking in the same way about healthy lifestyle. So, and this is the reason, even Bruno as well. I don't want to forget Bruno. And this is how we put it out in the world, because then we are on the same frequency, we are on the same content. And so a lot of people can see, oh, wow, there is inputs for me. So I think we have now around 30 minutes. 30 minutes. I think we mentioned everything. And I only want to say thank you for the audience to watch, and even to say the next podcast will follow next week, and there will be Rachel again, the Portuguese lady in TV, Rachel Mendes. And we will have an athlete, a triathlon athlete from Gwen Kingsley from the UK. She was a former Olympic athlete for the UK in triathlon. And so she is now doing coaching as well for big sports men, and so we will have a content about organizing mental and health and physical prevention and performance. So this is really a nice topic as well. So, but before we say hi, before we close and finish, thank you, Gerhard. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your expertise. And with regards to Germany, I don't know the temperature in the moment in Germany, but here is really nice in Portugal.
Don't ask.
Sorry, I have to make the people jealous. It's always my humor, Gerhard. So very thank you. And we will see and talk soon. And thank you. And Bruno, you're here.
Yeah, I'm here. Yep.
Yeah, thank you, Bruno, for you as well, because we are very close as well in our business, what we are doing. So, and I appreciate our business partnership. Thank you very much, Bruno. And so,
Pleasure.
for me, I can say bye-bye from Kashkais to the world. Jump in your life continues next week in the podcast. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye. God bless.